So I was visiting my mom over the holidays, and we wanted to clean up this spare room in her upstairs and at the same time create a space for storing all this junk that we've had all over the house, in the basement, in the closets. It's an opportunity to do some spring cleaning, but sometimes it's nice to keep things like my sister's old keyboard, or some extra computer supplies, some bike stuff. These shelves have really fit the bill. They're sort of modular. You actually build them in two sections. They come in a whole range of sizes, and we wanted to really maximize this space. But in so doing, you can see that there isn't a shelf super low down here. You're usually supposed to put one down towards the bottom. We did that so we could store stuff underneath. And then we've actually got them all the way maxed out in terms of height, and we're going to put stuff on top. And what that means is that, if someone's up here reaching and they pull on this, the whole shelf could fall over and crush them. And a lot of consumer electronics and bookshelves and things, they come with special wall anchors where you kind of screw it into the back or stick it into the back of a TV or a dresser, and then you screw it into the wall in a stud. And that way they're anchored at the top, and so you don't have that problem. A lot of times this is done for safety in kids' rooms as well, TVs and stuff. But in this case, it's difficult to screw something onto a metal shelf. And stickers, if there's a sticker that holds onto this isn't a TV that's fairly lightweight. This is going to weigh hundreds of pounds. So I went online, I was looking all around, trying to figure out a good solution and something that wouldn't break the bank. And I came across, pipe strapping and metal hanger strap. This is just a piece of metal with some holes punched in it. And plumbers and electricians use this stuff to kind of bundle, hoses or ductwork, electronic cables and stuff. They'll wrap it around and then they'll screw it into the wall, and that's basically what they use. You can see an example here from some plumbing. You cut the strapping to the appropriate length, you wrap it around, and then you nail it into the wall. Well, in this case, I'm going to screw it into the wall, and got my stud finder here so we can make sure we really anchor it into something solidly. I've got some drywall screws here. These might be wood screws actually, but long enough that I can get an inch into the stud, maybe half an inch for drywall, and then a little bit of room for a washer. The washer is going to help to spread that weight out onto the strapping. I think I'm going to use plastic just because it might be a little bit more flexible. I got both because, again, they were pretty cheap. But before I do any of that, I'm going to use these little sticker things, these pads, so that the back of this shelf can rub against the wall without scratching it up. So I can actually kind of push this against the wall, and when I screw in that strapping, it'll hold it there firmly, and over time, if there's any kind of movement, even just walking on the floor, it's not going to mar the wall. So that's the plan. I'm going to get myself set up here, pull out this ladder, and I'll take you through some of the steps, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm really pleased with the way these felt pads have turned out. They're flexible, so you can kind of bend them and wrap them around the metal. Versus the rubber ones, which just a little bit more firm. And now that I've done that, it's very quiet. You can actually see this shelf is bent a little bit, maybe it's warped, and there were a couple places where it was already starting to rub on the wall and create some marks. So I think this is going to be great, and again, it's going to allow me to push this pretty firmly against the wall when I tighten it, and that should take care of any wiggling. Okay, so I've got the stud finder up here. I'm placing it in a section that I know doesn't have a stud, holding the button and slowly working my way left. And there you can see that's a stud. So I've already marked it just to give you an idea. And you can see that this one has a deep scan mode there on the left. And if I hold it over the stud, I believe that was coming on earlier. There it is, right. So I know, okay, it's not reaching something at the surface, and that's when I kind of moved it, and now I know I'm just on drywall, and I hit the stud. So that's perfect. I've got my pencil, I've made some marks there. I'm also gonna, mess with the strap and try to determine how high I should put the hole, and then I'll make a mark, and then we'll drill it. So making steady progress. Okay, I've cut what I believe to be an appropriate length of the strapping. I've run it through the shelf and then aligned the hole and made a little mark on the wall there, so it should be pretty tight. I'm going to go ahead and take this out completely now. Put some paper here just to catch any of that drywall. And then I've got a bit here just designed to make that kind of a starter hole, since I am going to be going directly into the stud. And when I do this, try to make sure that I hit some wood in there. And yeah, I can see little wood flecks. So it looks like everything is good, and the next step is to actually, see if it works. Like, get one of those screws and let's do that. Yeah, I've got my washer on the screw. Put the strap through. Just got to line it up. Try to use this as an opportunity to keep it tight and actually pull the shelving unit towards the wall. There we go. Look at that. There's a little bit of play here, but it's definitely holding the shelves much more securely than if it didn't have some strapping. And that's why I'm going to do two and get another one down at that end. Well, there we go. It's complete. I've got the 2 anchor straps per shelf, ready to load it back up, but I wanted to do a little test here and just pull on this. I'm pulling pretty hard, and there is some movement. This is still bumping the wall a little bit. I could put some more pads on that. I thought about using metal. I thought about really pushing this, but I've been doing this project solo. There's a little bit more give with the plastic straps. I also bent one, twisted it around. It felt really solid, like it was going to hold up. So I'm very happy with this solution. I think it's time to load up all those supplies that I took down earlier. Safety is important, and I was able to do this project in a way that didn't require a ton of effort or money. I'm going to link to some of the products that I bought on Amazon. I really didn't have to spend that much to get the different straps and everything. Also, coming back to this metal, I took it out earlier and I was trying to fit it between the rods here on these racks, and it would have had to kind of twist a little bit where you can see that the plastic, it's just bending nicely. It's kind of molding itself to fit properly. So yeah, that's great. I hope this helps you out or maybe inspires you to come up with a custom solution for your shelf or your, racks or whatever the case may be. I welcome you to chime in, and I wish you good luck. See you next time.